What is up, friends, foes, and members of the Omni Council? My name is Daimien Kamiya. I am the Omni King, and welcome back to some more Chrono Trigger. Running off the high of what I personally think, and even based on feedback, was a good job interview. So I'm potentially supposed to hear back by the end of the week, whether I get it or not. But it won't be the job itself. This just stage 1 interviews. You know, fingers crossed. Hey, let's reel. Additionally, I know I'm enjoying Chrono Trigger so far, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I am really fucking loving Infinite Fusion. Can I just say that? Like, I already have ideas to do a before the first and potentially a stab. Already. Now, before the first, there's actually tons of viable options, so I don't really have to worry about that too much. It's the stab only one that's getting me. In the stab-only playthrough that I did, in the stab-only playthrough I did, so I did it in Ultra Sun and in Ultra Moon. In one game, I had 6 Pokemon that were dual-type, and in the other game, I had 6 Pokemon that were mono-type. I think I want to try to adhere to the same policy. I was thinking of just having 9 Pokemon that are fused together. But I like that idea of having 6 Pokemon that can only exclusively use moves of their own type. Right? Just like, that's it. So the commitment on them is a lot harder. Right? But it would be kind of like what I'm doing with my current playthrough, where originally going in, I was expecting to not use normal ice, normal bug, or normal rock. 100%. Those types were not ever going to be included. I was expecting to lock in on 6 types, but rotating around with the types has been so cool and fun, and leveling's not really that hard. So, and then with the level cap, I don't have to worry about over leveling. So it's been really fun to just handle with that. So I think that would be really cool. Especially with Pumpkaboo in the game. Pumpkaboo in the game is kind of a little bit unfair for a stab-only challenge. I'm thinking about, if I do Pumpkaboo, absolutely I'm fusing it with a dark type. Like, that's not even a bloody fucking question. Because of the normal type, the wondrous normal type immunity that dark types have to Ghost, I can't, like, basically, Trick or Treat is such a broken move. It's crazy broken. Right? So, just, like, I basically, like, oh, are you a normal, are you a, non-ghost type? Here's ghost typing on top of what you already are. Oh, by the way, you're now super effective you're now weak to every ghost move I have. The only stipulation, and this isn't a rule, just preparation that I have, is that I will not allow any type that has an immunity to it. So, like, ground doesn't affect flying. Electric doesn't affect ground. Ghost doesn't affect normal. All that stuff. I'm going to try and have all of those typings as dual typings. So that way I don't have a character that is effectively walled out. But it's going to be really fun because of the uniqueness of certain, like for example, I can run Kling Klang because it has a unique steel type boosting move, right? Shift Gear, where it's +2 speed, +1 attack, right? It's like one of, like, 4 Pokemon that, or like one of 3 Pokemon that learn that move. So it'd be really handy to have. Um, I, I don't want to say I'm gonna immediately do these playthroughs next. I would love to. We'll see how I feel, because I don't think I'd mind, you know, streaming a few sessions of Infinite Fusion back to back to back. Especially, like, for example, if I do get this job, I don't think that would be a problem, because it's a game I'm aware of. I understand how Pokemon works, and it would be a nice balance to, it would just, like, you know, if I do get, like, you know, just for example, I get the job I just interviewed for, it'd be just a nice thing to, like, something nice and chill to do while, you know, when I come home from work, right? I don't really want to stress too much about, like, making sure, you know, like, I used to stream 4 games at a time, 2 games twice a week, 1 game, or 2 games once a week, right? I now stream 2 games, because it was just too much to keep up with. I dropped to 3 when I thought I was potentially getting into, you know, like, trade programs back in the spring, but then I eventually dropped to 2, just because, like, if I need a 3rd game, I have tons of games I can add in for a break, like, you know, Gunfire Reborn, God of Weapons, you know, tons of other, like, roguelike games, basically, that I can dabble into as a break. Roguelikes come in many formats, right? Like, you know, Gunfire is an FPS. I would say God of Weapons is sort of like a it's similar in some ways to, like, Vampire Survivor in some ways, but it's also kind of like a puzzle game, because you have to, like, fit all your stuff onto a grid to use them. And then, you know, like, so there's tons of different, like, options I have. I have tons of other roguelikes I've never played, that I could play and enjoy and try out and stuff. So, you know, if I really want to take a break, I take a break. I will say there is one roguelite that I really do want to play and beat, and it's not that I have a pseudo-personal connection to it. So there's a game, it's been out for a long time, it's called 10 Million. That's just, simply, that's it, the name of the game. It is basically a dungeon crawler match 3 game. The reason why I want to play it is because my mom was super good at match 3 games. And this is sort of like this seems like a game that could be more, that seems like a game I could actually play and beat reasonably on stream. And, I just like to do that, kind of like have like hey, you know, my mom was good at match, like, let's see if my mom's match 3 skills pass through the gene pool, kind of streaming time. Yeah, I wouldn't say I am either, but I still want to give it a go. It can't be that hard. Like, my thing is it's not that I'm terrible, I'm too simplistic. I only look for, like, the match 3s, maybe the occasional match 4. I don't look for combos. That's where I'm not good. That's where most of your points and successes will generally come from, is always comboing in those games. Yeah. Well, you know what they say, Lizreal. Well, like, I know it's weird to say within this context specifically, but you know how Rule 34 works. If it exists, there is porn of it. right? It doesn't necessarily just apply to characters. It applies to any and all things and genres. Problem is, and I'm going to be honest here, because I've seen some of that stuff. I'll even be honest, I've played a few, just, you know, like, not necessarily the match 3 type stuff, but like those types of games. There's nothing bad with them. But my complaint is, can you not just make a cheap, can you just make a game? If you're gonna shove porn into it, make it a good game. Right? Like, it's not hard to do. Like, I'll play a good game that may have porn in it, you know, like, versus buying these cheap ass games that it's like any other generic match 3 or platformer or whatever that just occasionally has like a shirtless woman in it. Like, it's like, fuck. That all that art could have been put into an actual game with a plot line. You know, like, I know not all anime characters, like most anime characters generally are, you know, don't have official, right, like stuff like that, because it's like, that's not their series, right? But like, a lot of people make that stuff because they you know, more or less fall in love with the character because they like the character. Give someone a character to love and they will make the porn. Right? Like, but anyway, that's a long-term goal though. But yeah, Infinite Fusion, I considered doing it before the first, but I wasn't too sure how that would go. But now I know it would go insanely well. And then the stab only also seems really, really interesting. Obviously they would have different restrictions tied to them because you know, stab only would allow me to catch any Pokemon throughout the game. In some cases I'm gonna want to catch a lot because I can get a Jirachi really early, but I have to do at least 777 fusions. And Jirachi would be a really awesome fusion to have. Yeah, and yeah, so like with that game, I can use and get any Pokemon throughout the whole thing, but I benefit, well, before the first, I'm limited only to the small number of Pokemon prior to that. I will say that I don't know, like, as strong as it would be, I don't know if I want Pumpkaboo and Trick or Treat. I just said, it's too good to literally make a Pokemon weak to your own stab just on a whim is too broken. And especially, and it would be way more, if I had to pick, it'd be way more valuable in a stab playthrough when I can just make an opponent weak to my stab, right? The only things that block Ghost in the game are normal types are immune to it and Dark resists it, right? So if I use it on a Dark type, I at least deal neutral damage, and if I use it on a normal type, if I fuse him with a Dark type, then the Dark stab will work, right? Like, I'm basically guaranteed a super effective hit on any Pokemon. The only way I would not be is if the Pokemon was fighting normal or fighting dark. That is literally the only way I can't hit super effective. Because the way Trick or Treat and Forest Curse and respectively as well work is unlike a move like Soak, where it's like, oh, I use Soak, you're now a pure water type. I've stripped you of your typings, you're now a water type. The way these moves work is it's like, oh, are you a water grass type? Now you're also Ghost. It adds a third typing. So the only way a Pokemon would not be super effective to either Ghost or Dark is if they are fighting type. Well, I guess it would be fighting or fairy in combination with something that resists Ghost, which is Dark or actually it'd be fighting fairy, Dark, or fighting fairy Dark merged with normal or Dark. Dark resists both Ghost and Dark. Fairy resists Dark. Fighting resists Dark. Normal is immune to Ghost, and Dark resists Ghost or whatever. Right. So, though, yeah. So, I'd be able to get neutral, guaranteed on it, like depending on the combinations, right? Like, you know, if it's fighting normal, or fighting or fairy normal, I can at least hit neutral with Dark. If it's and vice versa, if it's Dark fairy, I can at least hit neutral with Ghost, right? Like, I'm guaranteed neutrality on them and super effective on everything else in the game. Right? Whether I use Ghost or Dark. Right? So, my only thing would be is like, if I want to maintain the strategy I'm going for, I would need, at least for the most of the game, get a Dark type that can learn Shadow Claw. I don't think any can learn the move on level up though, but like I have the Bulbapedia open here. Let's look it up, because you don't get Shadow Claw until the Safari Zone. So the only Dark type that learns it on level up is Sableye, which is such a hard no, it'll never happen. I would sooner run Shadow Sneak until I could get it, which is completely doable. But like, if we look at Dark types, that would be viable options, not factoring in like abilities or whatever. Now, Gourgeist, I believe, is listed as a Ghost Grass, or whatever it is, it got flipped. Let me see, click Ghost. Like, whatever it is, so it's listed in Bulbapedia as a Ghost Grass type, so they flipped it, so it's Grass Ghost in the game or something like that. Or maybe, I know Trevenant was flipped, I don't know if Gourgeist was. But whatever it is, like, if it's Grass Ghost, I can't run Tyranitar. But if it's Ghost Grass, I can run Tyranitar, kind of thing. Like that would determine what Dark type I could run. Like Absol though, perfect option, high attack. Pure Dark type, so it wouldn't actually matter. My other idea though for that too is, like, when you're running stab only, the strategy is way more strict on potential, like, because you need to think offensively, but you also need to think defensively, because especially in a game where you can basically make your own type combinations. So, like, for example, Poison Dark combo is only weak to ground, so if I get them with a Pokemon with Levitate, I have no weakness, right? There is a potential way using a legendary that isn't in the game, so it's not possible within Infinite Fusion. But if they add in Heatran, you can have a bug steel type that is immune to fire. Its only weakness. by merging a bug type with Heatran to take its steel type and keep its flash fire ability, you would make a bug steel type immune to its only weakness. Additionally, using a Azumarill, you can get a water ground type that is immune to grass. Its only weakness. I just emphasize the bug and steel one more because steel has a lot of resistances. Right? Like there's several ways to, you know, try to bypass all the abilities. And when I say single type Pokemon, that basically means that I can still fuse two Pokemon together, but the outcome still has to be a single type. That is technically possible. It's possible, absolutely, if you merge two single types, but there is a possible way to do it by merging a dual type and a single type as well. Like for Dragon, if I obviously I said I wouldn't run solo Dragon because it's immune, because Fairy's immune to it. So I'd want to ensure that I'd have a means of countering Fairy on that one Pokemon. Like, I'm not saying he's going to, but I'm saying if he's my last Pokemon alive and I'm against the Fairy type, I need options. But at that point, like, I pretty much would be running Haxorus Goodra, which makes me interested to see like how that would play out. Let's look at its stats. Not bad actually. Decent speed. It's one of those plus to all stats Pokemon. High special defense, high attack, decent speed, decent special. You'd have a vast move pool due to Goodra being involved. That'd actually be a really powerful option. If it wasn't stab only, I'd actually consider this. Yeah, because it's stab only. And then obviously because it's a dragon type, I'd want to run Dragon Dance, which thankfully Haxorus can obtain just through sheer level up. Which means I'd need him to be a physical attacker. So whatever Pokemon I'd want to merge him with would be for that reason. I'd want to find a Pokemon that would have a viable move pool, would be a good counter to Fairy, right? If I want to run Poison for it, sure. I want to try to avoid 4X weaknesses. I even looked into potentially trying to make an Electric Steel type that would be immune to electric, or immune to ground through Levitate, which is possible because Rotom's in the game. I just fuse Rotom with a Steel type, and I have it. But I kind of want, but that would require the Steel typing, right? So it's like, Steel is very valuable defensively, and I emphasize Electric Steel because it's pretty much one of the best defensive typings in the game. And if you can disable really its only one primary problem weakness, it's still weak to fighting and fire, but if you can disable that, it's broken. Additionally, Steel and Fairy is also a good typing too. Ghost and Dark is an excellent typing because it's only weak to Fairy. Ghost and Normal is also a good defensive typing. Normal is actually not bad if Normal's best paired with a Ghost, I would say, just because of the typing thing. But yeah, Normal would be best paired with a Pokemon that is not weak to fighting, just so you can kind of remove that. Don't worry, I've just been rambling about Pokemon, Lizreal. In all, I know I should get to the game, but I may just need to use the bathroom really quick. But what we can do is everyone can chill to the depressing background music of Chrono Trigger while I go use the bathroom. All right, be right back. I'm back, I'm back. Alright. Alright, I probably should have gone before I started streaming, but time was limited. Let me do one more thing. Let me just gotta crack my drink here. Alright. Alright, bike time. Is this gonna be like a Battletoad segment? Oh. Hold it right there. Oh. Bro. Thanks for the intro, boys. Bro. You lowlifes can call me Johnny. I'm the leader of this pack. Now listen up. The Ruin Highway up ahead's the only road you've got. You want to reach the other side, you're gonna have to ride in a race against me, that is. I'll let you use the jet bike, because that's the kind of guy I am. Don't sweat it. Don't you dare chicken out, babe. So, you shiny axles know how to ride? No. Alright, listen up and let Johnny tell you how it's done. The gas is on auto, so there's only one speed. Fast. To steer, press up and down directional buttons. Tap the B button for a turbo boost, and I'll give you 3 of them. The B icon show how many you got left. Heads up though, after you use one, you can't use another until the gauge above the icons refills. I figured as much. You know what's really funny though? God, I already forget her name. The girl in the green hat. I just like how he's explaining, oh, you just gotta press the B button for a turbo boost. She would automatically be like, what the hell are you talking about? Is it? Luca, yeah, Luca. You can check your position from the finish line on the screen. Now show me what you got, babe. What is the point? What is the fucking point of the boost? Outside of the first boost I used, it did nothing. No other boost gave me any sense of speed. It didn't matter whether I was in front of him or beside him. It didn't launch me. He matched my boost. He just matched my speed. This feels so weird. Like the rubber banding. Come on! You know what I hate? Forced, terrible gameplay. There's no rhyme or reason to this. There's nothing I can do that makes it easier. Right? There's no skill to this. It's just all terrible. This is the only bad thing about the game so far. And I'd love to say I hope I never see it again, but most games that implement mechanics like this do it at least more than once. If it was programmed once, they'd want to utilize it as much as possible. Very familiar with the fucking Ratchet and Clank goddamn skateboard. God damn you! I was ahead for like 2/3 of that race. Fuck off! I don't understand the point of the boosts. What is the point of the boost? Fuck you. Now, I do have to ask you, though, one thing, Lizreal. In the effort of potentially doing all the endings, do I have to do this more than once? Like, it may be the only race in the game, but do I have to do this race multiple times throughout achieving the different endings? Yay. The hell does that mean? I don't know. I wouldn't say it's the hardest thing ever, but it's annoying as fuck. Basically, the boost means nothing until like the last little bit of the race. You basically weave back and forth, try to get ahead of him, bump him to keep yourself behind him, and then all you really got to do is like right near the end, hit your boost and hope you don't bump into him, and you win. But it's still dumb because that doesn't always work. That's why it's kind of terrible. Like I said, no skill to this. If I lost in an actual fight, like with a boss or an enemy, if I lost in that, I could admit to my fault because there's a skill involved in the battles in this game. Maybe I made the wrong decision. Maybe I took too long to make an attack, right? There's tons of reasons, regardless of whether I'm on active or wait time. But this, there was nothing. It's just terrible. Beat me? I don't get it. Well, you can come challenge me again anytime. We'll ride the wind, babe. Yeah, good luck. Good the fuck luck with that. Is that gonna happen every time I turn this on? Nope. Attack! Attack! Yes! You're dead. Counter? Nope. Yeah. It's funny that they include that just for the canonical side. What's this thing? It's in bad shape, but it looks like a humanoid robot. Incredible. I think I can fix it. What? Fix it? What if it attacks us like the other ones? I'll make sure it won't. Robots don't attack of their own free will, you know. They only do it because humans make them that way. You really feel for them, don't you? Better get to work. There's a party member, right? I just remember there was, I believe, a robot party member. Alright, that should do it. I'm gonna give it some juice. Good morning. Good. Good morning, mistress. What is your command? I'm not your mistress, I'm Marley. This is Chrono. And that's Luca, the one who fixed you. Understood. Madame Luca restored my circuits. This Luca will do. A manner of address could potentially cause offense. I'm incapable of offensive speech. Well, some of us don't like it when people are so formal at that all the time. Isn't that right, Marley? Understood, Luca. Alright, so what's your name? Name? Perhaps you're referring to my serial number. My serial number is R66Y. 66Y, cool. What are you talking about? That won't do it all. Come on, Chrono. Let's give him a better name. Robo sounds like a good name. I'm going all canonical names here. Robo. Yeah, Robo. That's perfect. Your name is Robo, okay? You know what's crazy? In a lot of cases when robots have names like that, they tend to name them based off of, like look at, like, Claptrap, for example, right? It's the CL4TP, right? And they called them Claptrap, right? But, like, so with having R-66, Y, was it? Like, it's like, you can just name him, like, why not just name him, like, Riggy or something like that, right? Like, sixes generally mean G's in Leet, and, like, the dash could just be the I. I feel like Riggy would have been a cool, base, default name. Hey, Robo, there's something I was hoping you could... What happened here? This dome contained many humans and others like me. Oh dear, this is kind of hard to say, but I think something awful happened while you were out. I don't think anyone else has left. I see. What about yourselves? We came through a gate, time warp from the year 1000. We learned there was a gate here when we went to the Eris Dome. And then we found you when we came looking for the gate. But the door to the inner chamber is sealed shut, so it looks like we're out of luck. Dome's power has been shut off completely. Factory to the north contains an emergency power generator for the dome. I can bypass security to activate it. Shall we go there? You do that for us? You repaired me. Now it is my turn to be of assistance. However, the generator will produce power for only a short time. Someone must remain there to open the door as soon as power is restored to the dome. Marley or I can stay. Who would stay behind? So this is where we get to choose, like, I'm assuming this has impact on things, right? I'm gonna have Luca stay behind, because Marley is my AoE heal. Oh, no, like, oh, this is only temporary? Okay. I thought this was like, oh, we're leaving them behind, like, in this time period for a bit. Okay. I was thinking it's just like, oh, you know, like, if I had to leave someone behind in a post-apocalyptic future, I'd probably pick the engineer. Oh, override security system 00. I just know for in the speed run, a lot of scenes used Chrono, Luca, and Robo. I'm just gonna give him more attack. Power glove. Or should I give him stamina? Okay, so I'll give him that then. Left laboratory, right factory. Risk of death. Deactivation of factory conveyor belt forbidden. Stop the belt will activate the security system. You could result in loss of life. Oh, whoops. Oh my god. Yeah, I think the weapons are literally the most continuity broken thing here. Right, remember how I remember last stream I talked about Luca finding a better pistol than her current one 400 years in the past. Man, this just keeps going, doesn't it? And I'm dead. It doesn't let me heal between fights, so what the hell am I supposed to do? Oh my god. That was not the move I used, by the way. There we go. One positive I'll say as well, I do like the quick battle transitions. As nonsensical as the positioning can be at times, but... like one criticism I have of Pokemon is, does it really need to take 5 to 10 seconds to start the fight? A, B on 0, 0, Y, Y on 1. Cyclone. Laser spin and attack. These guys I know I can fight without abilities. So activate the crane, wait for the tone. And white flash, and then press any two of one after the next. Ultra high security door system lock code XABY. Oh, it's the Thunderblade, which I evidently already owned. Supersonic spin. I like whoever created Robo decided to give him a disco mode. No systems down, defense lasers deactivated. That was a really good wind slash. What, is that what they're supposed to represent? Different alkali and acid? I don't know. Babby, door lock, system operational, please enter passcode. Emergency, the security system has gone haywire. We must evacuate immediately. Hurry before it's too late. Wait, these are my friends. R64Y, R67Y, R69Y. It's good to see you again. What are you doing? You are defective. You are not one of us. Pardon? I'm malfunctioning? Affirmative. A defect. I am a defect? We've forgotten our assigned task. All intruders must be eliminated. That was not the reason for my that was the reason for my creation? Disgrace our series, you must be destroyed. Chrono, they're tearing him apart. Please stop, please. Bravo! And we shall eliminate the intruders. Fuck you, boxes of bolts. You're not getting away with this. You know, this fight's not really that hard. Oh, I see him. He got stuck. Oh no, what should we do? He's in terrible shape. Take him back to Luca. So I guess this is a difference, like, Luca would be able to fix him on the spot versus this. Can you fix me? Don't talk. Trying to change the world. I don't know how far we'll get, but that's the plan. No? Really? Anyway, Robo, what do you want to do after I finish repairing you? What do I want to do? Yeah, I mean, you were stuck here all this time. There must be a lot of things you want to do, right? No one has ever asked me that before, Luca. Good morning. Oh, thank goodness you're all right. Luca, you're incredible. Well, let's hope I never have to do that again. Luca, I have arrived at an answer to your question. I want to go with you. Mean it? There is nothing left for me here. I want to help you. Together we might be able to give the life on this planet a chance. And let's go. The gate's right through there. Here we go. Where are we? Is this like Traverse Town? Drifters, where are we? Not a question of where, my friends, so much as when this is the end of time. Travelers lost in time's flow turn up here, much like driftwood on a beach. Might I ask where you're from? We're from 1000 AD. I come from the year 23 AD, or 2300 AD. If four or more entities of varying origins enter a temporal rift together, the torsion exerted on time's flow pushes them to the point of least resistance here. You have a number of folks turning up here unintended recently, like yourselves. Fear something is having a powerful effect on the very fabric of time. Which means it would be safe if one of us stayed here. Here? Alone? It is a bleak place, isn't it? Do not worry. For all its desolation, it is well connected. There are roads here to any time you could ever wish to visit. Should you so desire, you can call upon your friends at any time, but you can never travel in groups of more than 3. One of us must remain. Who will it be, Chrono? Alright. I actually wanted to keep Robo, but even when you have the need of me. Well, that is the way of things. Should you desire to switch party members, you can do so via the main menu whenever you wish. Just keep in mind, Lizriel, I would rather like, I'm playing this blind. I would rather make mistakes than be told what to do to avoid them. Because that kind of circumvents the blind aspect. Like, so telling me to leave Robo behind because I need the other 3 for something kind of is making the decision for me. Should you desire to switch party members, you can do so via the main menu whenever you wish. If I ask, feel free to give me a response, but if I don't ask, try not to do that. How do we get back to our own time? You saw the pillars of light when you arrived, yes? Each connects this place to a different era. Once you've been through a gate, you can use it to return here whenever you wish. Step back into the light and press A once more and you'll return to the gate. But beware, the gate connected to that bucket. Tell me though one thing, Lizriel. So Robo's not in the party. Does he still get experience? Or do I have to keep switching to level everyone? Alright. I did. It was sealed shut. What are you looking at? Me? I am Specchio, the Master of War. I watch all kinds of battles from here. How do I look to you? Strong? I see. How I look depends on how strong you are. If you're strong, I look strong. If you're weak, I look weak. You got it in you, don't you? That must be why the old guy let you through. I see. A long, long time before you were born, there was a kingdom where magic flourished. Everyone there could use it. The people abused their powers and ended up destroying the place. After that, there wasn't anyone left who could use magic. Well, except fiends, of course. But you have it. That inner strength. I mean, magic needs power of the heart. That's where it flows from. There are 4 types of magic. Fire, water, light, and shadow. Not everyone's got the same. You, with the punk hairdo, you got light. Gal with the ponytail has the power of water. The girl with the goofy glasses has fire. By the way, it's not just magic. Everything is made up of those 4 elements. Alright. Starting from the door, the circle clockwise along the walls of my room 3 times and say, I want to use magic over and over your head. Don't lose track. Oh, along the wall. Okay, I see. That's useful information to have. That was probably why those, like, slime enemies probably, were not taking a lot of damage. They were probably resisted dark. Hold on. So, facto, minimo, magico. Chrono learned to use magic. I'm pretty sure the speed run, while I learned to use magic. Yeah, the speed run mostly seemed to use Luca, Chrono, and Robo. I know Luca was important because of Wonder Shot. Learn to use magic, or learn. So all fortified with magic. Want to try it out? Sure. All right. Yes, the fire spell, lightning. Oh, god damn you. Am I supposed to win this? Hee I win. Alright, so if you lose, it doesn't matter. You make any new friends, you bring them to see me, you hear? I like you guys. Oh well, it seems I was right. People who've lived long ago all enjoy such powers, you know. Yes, long, long ago. Well, I know you must be eager to finish this thing you seem so intent on doing, but why not first pay a visit to your own era? Make haste makes waste, as they say, and you'll find that even truer here. Come and see me when you have the need. Think of me as a guide on time's road. So I'm assuming there's benefits to, Oh, this. That, I know for a fact, that's one of the speedruns, right? Like, that's one of the endings. From what I understand, the canonical true ending from, you know, I don't know, I'm pretty sure this is what, like, speedrunners or whatever said, but the canonical true ending is, or no, I think I saw this in a top 10 list, maybe by Rabid Luigi. The canonical true ending to the game is immediately heading and killing Lavos. But it's one of those fights you obviously can't do on your first playthrough. You have to beat the game, level up, right? And I'm assuming that depending on what characters you bring to the timeline determines information of various characters. Come out of my wardrobe, didn't you? What are you doing in here? I think you are coming and going from someone else's wardrobe at all hours and nights and days. Humans, I tell you. Wait a minute. Medina is a village of fiends, founded by our ancestors when they lost their war against humankind 400 years ago. Most of the townfolk still have a grudge against humans, so be careful. There's an odd old human who lives near a cave in the mountains to the west. He may be able to help you out. Thanks! But why are you being so nice? I thought fiends weren't supposed to get along with humans. It's been 400 years since man warred against fiend. There's no use living in the past. Of course, not many fiends seem to agree with that. Am I right though, Lizrael, that like certain like maybe side quests or unique dialogues appear when you bring specific characters with you? I don't know, what's that creepy chanting? Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'm sure it's probably a great fiend lord. So the fiends are trying to awake Lavos, it seems. Oh, you come to see me? Well, by all means, have a look at my collection. Could I interest you in a weapon? I'm glad that I can at least, customize inventory, for party members that I don't have on me at the time. No problem, no problem. Death to the enemies of fiend kinds. I'm assuming this thing's vulnerable to magic. Yeah, sounds about right. Oh, wow. Fire World! I'll target this guy over here. I'm gonna give the warning though. I don't know how long this stream's gonna be because I legitimately did not get a lot of sleep last night. You can probably tell with my energy levels. I got probably about like 3-4 hours of sleep last night. So hey, Lizrael. I was just saying that I don't expect this to be a very long stream because I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I got like 3 or 4 hours of sleep. And I don't want my lack of sleep to affect my ability to enjoy this game. Really, Luca's the better magic user? I'll hold off on that for now, because I don't really think anyone needs more magic. Almost 6 o'clock, so maybe I might stream till 7. I know I don't normally set time limits to my streams, but I don't think I could probably go longer than that without affecting the quality of the stream. Like, I'm already yawning a lot. I find myself being, like, I'm very low energy. Especially compared to the last stream. Now granted, I yawn a lot when just, playing, like, when playing any game that has a lot of, like, reading dialogue. This is one of them, by the way. But, yeah, I just want to, I just don't want my experience with this game to be dragged down due to my lack of sleep. I will still admit that that bike section was bullshit. But outside of that, like, nothing else has been problematic. But I just, you know, not feeling high energy. I don't, you know, like, the reactions I had during the first part of the game, like, I'm not gonna have those now. I will say, I'm just gonna comment on this, and doors like this are a bit annoying to me. It's a minor, this is more of a nitpicky thing. Because of how the scenery is made, they're hard to see at times. I wouldn't be surprised if some players growing up playing this game thought this was a dead end and didn't know where to go. Right? Because it doesn't really look like a door. Until I looked a bit harder, I honestly thought it was a dead end. That the enemy is of fiend kind. I'm just gonna go off of all the other enemies in this place and just, you know, everything seems to be either massively vulnerable to or requires magic to fight. Yep, I'm right. By the way, going back to talk about the infinite fusion combination, or the infinite fusion playthroughs I want to do, one of the challenges I'm not doing in Remix, and that'll probably be the before the first challenge. To adhere to kind of a, similarly strict... Now, there are Pokemon that are only available during, that aren't actually obtainable, at least early on. I'm dead, aren't I? Yep. Really feel like I didn't have an opportunity in that one. Everyone got 2 attacks off, and that was it. Is that when he changes position, you mean? I see. I didn't see the text box at the top of the screen because I'm sorry, I can't read that. No, god damn it. That was my mistake. I was trying to quickly hit the Aura World that I didn't see that he changed into counter stance. Only Lord Magnus had destroyed the human race 400 years ago when he first brought forth Lavos. The world would belong to us fiends now. So Magus created Lavos in the Middle Ages, and in the future Lavos destroyed the planet. If we go to the Middle Ages and stop Magus, could we change history? Can we change it? If we use the gate at the fairgrounds... Oh, that's convenient. If I discover them, I discover them. Let me try and discover them on my own, Lizriel. If I miss them, I miss them. I know you've played this game. I know you've perfected it. Let me learn that. Chrono, oh, you really saved my neck. I wouldn't be here right now if it weren't for you. If I was ever in a tight spot, I'd gone off to buy it on a buying trip thinking I'd show my dad I didn't need him anymore. That was all well and good. But then some soldiers showed up at the inn where I was staying and arrested a gang of thieves and mistook me for one of the criminals. They wouldn't listen to a word I said. They're going to execute me just like that, so phew. I owe you one. Earn your debt, thank you ever so much. Don't tell my dad I gave you these. 10 mid-ethers. Hey. Dad. Not shirking off, are you? I mean, of course not. No, of course not. Well, alright then. Well, I already remember this one. You mentioned before that I needed to go back and see him. I don't know if this would count as a side quest though, right? Appreciate what you did. Now, Chrono, down to business. Please, won't you buy something? Oh, side points of interest is what you said, not side quest. Chrono! Chrono, they had me so worried. They said you were to be executed. Don't worry your mother like that. Fair is still going on? It was a big war hundreds of years ago against the Fiend Lord's armies. My mom said if we'd lost, we wouldn't be having a fair like this today. I'm assuming there's problems if I try to return to the castle, right? Well, this seems like it would be very easy to farm points. Where'd the cat go? Obviously, that's probably her cat, but I don't know how to do anything about it. There's Nadia. Come on, Chrono, I don't see my father. It's Nadia. Well, at least that kind of got me my answer there. Well, that makes sense, to be honest. Come and see me whenever... Okay. We also got this one here too, so I'm assuming this is where I go next. Oh no, no, it's not. Oh yeah, I know that. That's of the Mystic Mountains, evidently. Well, we'll investigate a little bit here, because it did say, something to do with 400 years in the past, right? So... Oh, the bridge is now built. Provisions are depleted. Have the supplies still not arrived at the castle? We're starving at this rate. Alright, well, like I said, I'm probably not going to be streaming for much longer anyways, because, like, I'm just tired. In all honesty, you're leaving... No one's really watching right now anyways. I might just call the stream now. I know it's only been 2 hours, and I didn't even stream for... I wasn't even playing the game for the first 30 minutes, but, like, I'm just too tired to really, I feel like do the game justice. So I'm gonna end the stream, and we'll pick up with Pokemon Infinite Fusions tomorrow for the rotation. I know it seems unfair considering how much I play Pokemon Infinite Fusions, but, you know, like how much longer those streams are, but yeah. So, like I said, I'm going to call it here. Tomorrow, Pokemon Infinite Fusions. Hopefully after a good night's sleep, I'm going to log off, get my Guild Wars 2 weeklies done, and then probably play the off-stream game I've been playing a lot lately. So with that said, 1 second. So with that said, my name is Daimien Kamiya. I am the Omni King. Be a friend, foe, or a member of the Omni Council. I'll see you later. Goodbye, everyone.